Hello everybody. Long time no see. Let's see. I'll put you here for a second. Just so I can say hey without you not even seeing my head at least. To my friends, it has been an endless roller coaster and a really long time since I've been on here. And to everybody else who just clicked on here to see the what's in my purse part, don't worry. We're gonna just do the what's in my bag part first. So yeah, so let's just get to the fun part first, and do what's in my purse, my current purse. I've purchased and used and bought like 50 billion purses since the last time I was on here, but we're just gonna do the one that I'm currently using now. And yeah, so we'll just have some fun and I'll show you what kind of junk I have in my purse. And for those of you who are interested in where hell have I been and what's going on, stay tuned after the bag and I'll give you a quick fill in on where I have vanished to for all of this time. So stay afterwards for that if you care, and if not, then let's just do the purse part, because that's what people click on. They see the title of what's in my purse and dadgummit, that's what they want to see. Sorry guys, just trying to get you propped up here. I don't have a bunch of fancy equipment. If you're not new here, then you know I just film straight out. I don't edit. I'm not a video person, like, in that way. Like, the videos are outlets and hobbies for me, and to have some friends and make friends. So yeah, if you're watching this for the bag part and you know you have no clue who I am or anything, then I apologize for this crappy video as far as the quality of it, but I literally, as I hit record, I go for it, and that's that. I don't try to make it all fancy or anything. So yeah, all right, so like I promised, let's do the what's in the bag part. So okay, first we'll just do a quick, I can't even talk this morning, I'm sorry. Quick peek of the bag, which I'll try to put the bag in a place where you can see it, because I love these videos. I'm obsessed, and I appreciate when she's either got it set where like you can see the whole bag the whole time, or at least like what's coming out of it. I don't know why there's this weird satisfaction to like actually seeing the stuff come from the purse, but there is. Like, though I watch them all, but it kind of like doesn't do it for me as well as if she's like, okay, here's my purse, and then the purse disappears, and then it's just I don't know. Each their own. Okay, so this is a DKNY, which I'm pretty sure stands for Donna Karan, New York. Like, I have crap tons of purses, so I'm fairly familiar with all the brands, but I'm not like a purse guru or anything by no means, but I'm fairly certain that the DKNY brand is initialed for Donna Karan, New York. So I found this at TJ Maxx. The store tag, like, you know, the store where it comes from, DKNY tag was on it, and it showed retail, I think, if I remember, because I don't keep tags. It was like $228 retail, and I got it for $60. So score on that. But I really like the bag. I don't really go for if it's big price, little price, but I seen the price difference of like the retail versus what TJ Maxx had it for, and I was like, wow, okay, that's a steal. I think I've had stuff in her brand before, but I'm not 100% certain, because honestly, my bags come and go so quickly. I'll get purses, I'll use them, I get bored and burnt real quick, and then I take them to consignment shops and just sell them, and then I use the money that I got for selling those to go buy more. So yeah, I filter through them fairly quickly. In any case, what I was trying to get to, if my scattered brain would allow, is on the tag. If you do like this, like, I'll show it to you, and if you do like it, I'm certain that it said it was the Paige, like Paige, Paige medium satchel. So if you really like this bag and you want to look it up on the internet, which is like 5,000 places to go to look for it, you know, secondhand or right from the store, but Paige, like a girl's name, you know, Paige medium satchel is what it was called. That's what I was getting at with the tag. Okay, so it's black. Here's the front. It has a little DKNY here, and then it's like a graffiti stuff on it, which really caught my attention because I like that it was kind of like your classic black bag, you know, and has this nice, you know, profile, like, but it has like this graffiti stuff on it. It was really cool. So on this side, it's got the initials in yellow with a little heart, and then down here it has it in, it's coming off blue on the camera. I don't know why, probably my lighting or my camera, because it's my phone. But these are actually teal. They're like a green blue, like a true teal. I don't know why it's showing blue. I can see it, it looks blue, but they're teal with the red around it. And then I really like that it had this charm on it. It so just kind of helps make the bag, and like it's got like the charm on it, and it's got this little cover piece, you know, kind of like some of them got with the key or whatever. But if you raise it up, it's just a gold ring, and then it just has the golden charms on it, the initials and charms on it, like that. So I really like that. The only thing, like, I love the way it looks with the bag. The only thing I noticed about it that kind of mildly drives me bonkers, and if it makes you bonkers too, I mean, I guess, you know, you could always take it off, but I like the look of it with it, is when you're walking, it jingles, and that kind of makes me a little bonkers, but I can live with it. I like the way that it looks on here enough that I just deal with the sound, but that's why I had this pulled down on it so tightly, because I figured, well, if I pull this down on it tightly, then the little letters won't be able to move so much. So anyway, here's the front. Here's one side, and here's the back, and it has a zipper on the back. And then here's the other side, and it has these top handles, which I like the way that they put them into the bag, like on the insides, like they're not, you know, anchored on the outside. I like that they put them inside, and it helps to keep them, like, they're on loops, so they will move. So like, you see, you can move them out of your way, so they're not like bugging the crap out of you while you're trying to get in and out of the bag, but they will, you know, stand up fairly easily on their own because they're not going down the bag, they're in it. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, unless you really like purses. The bottom is pretty basic. Like, I wish it had little feet on it, but it doesn't, and that's okay because this is like like a Saffiano leather. I know a lot of companies that call it. It's like the really durable leather on the outside, you know, so there's no feet on the bottom, but it's that really durable stuff where you could spill stuff, get it wet, whatever. Excuse me for just a second. I'm not used to talking this much. So yeah, it doesn't have the feet on the bottom, but it's really durable material. So I'm not too concerned about it. Plus it's black, so I can just wipe it off, and a lot of stuff's not going to show anyway. And it does have the strap, the crossbody strap, shoulder strap, and it does adjust quite a lot. I currently have it on the very top hole because I don't really do crossbody, but I do like having the option of the shoulder because, you know, you don't want to just hand carry your bag everywhere you go. Sometimes you need your hands free, so you can just at least toss it on your arm. So there's a ton of holes in this thing. So I've got it on the top, but then it goes on down, 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 all of these holes, all the way to here. And I like that they put the little extra loop on it. If you know, you know. Because when they just do this piece here, and if you're like me, and you really want to put it all the way up, then you've got all of this extra strap. Like a lot of Michael Kors bags, they do that. Like you'll adjust it high, and then you've got all this extra strap just flapping around, and it's ridiculous. Like, seriously, I'm paying you out the ass for this purse, and you can't just add this one little extra loop onto there so I can do this and have something to hold, you know, the strap down so it's not just flapping in the wind everywhere. So I really appreciate that feature. Yeah, so has a great shoulder strap. It's very comfortable. It adjusts well. I can take it all the way up and shoulder, or if I did need a crossbody, I could drop it all the way down to this very last hole here if I wanted and get this much more length and wear it across. And it does have this, which, like I said, I appreciate. So yeah, it's so cute and I really like it. And so that's that, and you'll get to see more of like the bag is just I'm going, because I think this is good. Like I'm just going to kind of keep it on my leg here. Alright, so let's do what the crap. Okay, so first, this back pocket I have empty. That was very not exciting, whatever the word. But I keep this empty because that's where I put my phone. I'm obviously using my phone right now, but yeah, this is a really good size back zipper, and I just leave it empty because when I do go out, I just stick my phone in there. It fits perfectly. I have zero idea what kind of phone I have. Standard sized smartphone. I have no idea, but it fits in this pocket just fine. So this back pocket is just for my phone. So that's what I do with that. And then here on the side, I have clipped my little pumpkin man that I just recently got at Bath and Body. So cute. I'm obsessed. I know it's a Halloween thing, but anybody who knows anything about me knows I'm completely obsessed with Halloween. So even though this is supposed to be like a seasonal item, he will probably live on all of my bags. Like, it'll be a 4th of July and this guy will still be with me because he's just so cute. So it's supposed to be like a little, I guess, like pumpkin latte or whatever, but I don't like coffee, so I just pretend it's a milkshake. My kids thought that was hilarious because they're like, oh, it's like a pumpkin coffee cup. And I was like, yeah, but I don't like coffee, so it's a milkshake. And then the sanitizer that's in here is called Champagne Apple and Honey. It's a new scent that they have out right now, and it smells so good. It really does. It smells amazing. So yeah, so I got my little pumpkin sanitizer holder just hanging out with me, and I have the Champagne Apple and Honey sanitizer in there. Okay, so that's everything on the outside, and probably way too much info on the bag. So, alright, and then on the top, it just has this one zip. So, yeah, which I love. That was actually one of my big selling points, because this purse has 3 compartments. And you know how usually they'll do like the middle will be zipped and then the 2 sides would just be open slip pockets, which is fine, but I never really liked that, you know, I liked the different compartments, but I didn't like that I only got to zip the middle and then my 2 sides were open. But this one has 3 compartments and it zips all the way across the top, totally closed. I love that. So, bam, zip and open. See, there is 3 completely separate compartments. It's like accordion. It's like accordion style. So you get 3 completely separate compartments, and instead of it just zipping in the middle and then having 2 big open sides, it has one zipper that just completely closes the whole top, and I love that. So if you're like me and you're liking this purse, and you don't have to get the one with the graphics on it. I looked it up online to see like if they had other kinds, and they do. So they have this purse in different colors, different designs, no designs, like there's options. So you don't have to get this particular purse and still get this style, the page, you know, satchel, page medium satchel. So you can get this bag and get your color, designs, no designs. Like, they have different options. So, yeah, 3 compartments. So, let's just get started right off with the one in the front, and then we'll just work our way back. So, right here in this front pouch, this is, yeah, we'll kind of do that. Okay. Try to anyway. There we go. Alright, so right here in this front compartment, so in the front compartment, there is a slip pocket. So it's, we'll do that. So it has a front compartment and it has a big slip pocket on the inside. So let's just see. First, right in the compartment, I have these little perfume samples. I went to Sephora, and when you buy stuff, they usually give you perfume samples. So I just have these little perfume samples. This one is Miss Dior, and this darker colored one is called La Vie Est Belle. It's very French. There's the name if you want to try to figure that out. La Vie Est Belle. I don't know. I can't say the name, but it smells great. So I got these 2 perfumes in there because sometimes you just really want a nice perfume. So set that back there. And then on in there, we have a pack of Post-it notes. And I found these with lines on them, and I really love that. So lined Post-it pads, because you never know when you need to write something down. And I like using the Post-it pads, not only because they're small, instead of having like a big notebook, you know, it don't take a lot, they're small, but they do stick. What if you randomly need to stick a note on something? So, a Post-it pad. Icebreakers Duo and Strawberry. The lotion that the hand cream that matches the sanitizer. So there you go. So it's champagne, apple, and honey. And that's what it looks like. That's the kind of sanitizer I got my little pumpkin man. And it smells so, so good. So good. Like, it smells like apples, but it's like fall apples. If that makes sense at all. Like, if you know the scent of like fall apples, like that's what it smells like. So a hand cream, a hair tie, a pen. It's kind of like a markery pen. It's pink. I'm just reaching in. Organic moisturizing lip balm in strawberry lavender. This is really hydrating. This is just like the Kroger brand, like the Simple Truth Organic, like from Kroger. And I just grabbed it to grab it. And I tell you what, it is like the best moisturizing. You know, like some lip balms, they make your lips even drier, or they're kind of like thick and waxy or something like that. But not this. This is really great. Like, it's so good. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. Another pen. It's just a black pen. Regular black pen. There's one more thing in the actual big part. Oh, my Cherry Starburst lip smackers. And this is one of the ones that's not really like hydrating or anything, but it's Cherry Starburst, and that's my husband's favorite flavor, so you do the math. So this is more when I'm not looking to hydrate my lips, but just have a tint of color. That is part of it, because it does kind of give like that light, you know, kind of cherry color to the lips. Very light tint, but that's his favorite flavor. So yeah, he likes that. Okay, and then in the big slip pocket part, I have this blue stone. This is Breathe, which I've so been needing. So I have that. I have a rose quartz. I have, so the side pocket's kind of like my stones and charms and trinkets. Like the little slip pocket on here is kind of like just my own little personal like charms that I like to carry around. An amethyst and onyx, citrine, let's see, my dog tags. Yes, I was in the service, believe it or not. I don't come across as somebody who would be, I think, I don't know, that's me thinking. I'm trying not to show them too still or too close, because they do obviously have my Social Security on them, because they are dog tags. But they're in my maiden name, because this was before I was married. So it has my full name, maiden name, Social Security, my blood type, A positive, and the religion in which I was raised is Baptist Church. But it does say other, because you can say, you know, if my denomination is not available and I would unfortunately need last rites or something, I would accept final prayer or rites from whoever is available. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But that's a brief explanation. So these are my dog tags, and I like to carry these because it helps remind me that even when I feel at my lowest, that I am stronger than I feel. And here's proof. It is physical proof to remind me that I am stronger than I think I am. So my dog tags. And oh, and the last thing in that pocket, in that whole section there, is this skeleton key. if you've seen my What's in My Bag purses before, then you have seen my skeleton key. This is an actual, real, original skeleton key that came from an old home. It's like 250 years old. So it is a historical home site, and we had actually rented it for a bit, and I went down into the cellar and I found this key and I kept it because it's just super cool. I'm a major history buff. I love history, and to find this old original skeleton key was just awesome. And as you can see, yes, it's bent. Like, I don't know the story behind that. That's just, you know, something in itself. Like this part's all worn. You know, imagine where it was on a key ring or whatnot, or being held. But yeah, as you can see, it is bent at the end. So I don't know what the story is behind that, but if objects could talk, right? So there's that. Okay, so that is the entire front compartment. So now let's dive right into the middle. There are no side pockets on the middle compartment. It is just one big open space. So in this front compartment, you get this slip pocket. But in the middle, it's just one big open space. Okay, so let's do that. So first thing I see and grab is this body spray, the strawberry pound cake. I love it. My husband loves the smell of strawberry. So I like that, and I keep that. The next thing is my wallet. It is just a Michael Kors zip around wallet, and it's pretty cool. It has card slots on the outside of it. And let me check that nothing personal is showing. Okay, it's not. All the personal stuff's tucked away. And it's just this open accordion style. So you have 2 card slots on the back and 2 card slots on the front. And then you have 2 card slots on this side, 2 card slots on this side. Of course, the 2 big open compartments. And then in the middle, you have this, like, one little card slip, which I keep my debit card. So yeah, and as you can see, my cash I just fold over. That's my coupon to Victoria's Secret. So yeah, so I keep cards here, you know, it's a wallet. But I do like that this center thing, they didn't try to make it like a change thing. I like that it's just like an extra card slip. So if you see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So altogether there's 9 different slips to put cards. And then of course the 2 big compartments that, you know, you can put whatever you like in. So it's, and I know I have like all them extra cards like just piled up in here, but I don't know. I just really like all my wallet stuff to be in my wallet. Like, I appreciate that there's card slots here. Like, if I'm just leaving the store real quick, I can just shove it in there or whatever, you know. Like, I appreciate that there's slots here, but personally, I'd rather have all of my wallet stuff inside the wallet. But if you like this wallet, I have no idea what it's called, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. So it's like kind of quilted around the bottom. Just the Michael Kors zip around wallet. I'm sure you could probably look it up and find it fairly easily. But I like all my stuff inside my wallet, zipped and secured. I'm not really a fan of those, but I appreciate they're there because you never know when you might need to just slide it in there. You know how it gets in the store when you're trying to hurry. Okay, and then more of the middle. My sunglasses. They're just prescription sunglasses. They're not special or anything, so I'm not going to waste more of your time doing that. This is already running really long. I'm sorry. Yeah. A full-size big chocolate bar. That is correct. I do have a full-size Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramello chocolate bar in my purse. I love chocolate. It's comforting to me and it tastes delicious. I do eat chocolate to comfort myself. Judge me. I don't give a shit. I'm going to do it anyway. So there's a full-size chocolate bar in there. A phone cord that I wrapped up with a hair tie just to keep it from being all over the place. A power bank. Oh, there was all the lights. So it is fully charged. It says it's charged. So power bank. And then the last thing in this middle compartment, which is very large. Like the side slots are fairly spacious, as you've seen stuff that goes in there. But this middle part is definitely like your, as you can see, like your big full of the base. Like you get some good pocket size out of here, but it tapers, as you can see. So the middle is definitely like where the bulk of your stuff, like your larger items, are better off. And the last thing I have in there is my keys. Many of keys. I just have a Shine from Old Smoky, Moonshine, Gatlinburg. I have this blue stone on here. I have this little flashlight on here. I have this chain that says Goddess. And then I have my keys. Yeah, I know I got this huge jumble of key stuff. And I literally have like 4 keys on here. And no car keys because I can't drive. Medical reasons. I cannot operate a vehicle. But these are house keys to multiple things. A little pocket knife that my hubby got me on a trip to Lost River Caves, and the back of it says I love you. So that's neat. And then mace, of course, because should always be able. I was making sure it was closed. Mace, pocket knife, flashlight, keys, and some keychains. So yeah, I got this big bundle of keys, and I literally have 4 tiny keys, but I don't give a shit. I like all these keychains, and it's my purse. But that does the whole center. As you can see, it is big. Like, this is where the bulk of your stuff would go, or like all your larger items would definitely go. Alright, and finally, before you all fall into a coma or have already turned this video off, is the back pocket, which, like I said, these are good size pockets. It's just like this, like as you can see, they narrow out at the bottom, where this is where you're going to get your, your room. So the back compartment has the zipper, pocket. So it's kind of set up like any other purse. Like there's a zipper pocket on the back, there's a slip pocket on the front. It just happens to be separated in these 3 compartments, which I love because it keeps my stuff organized. And then, of course, there's the little tag. Okay, so this would be quick because I don't have a lot in this back one. So first we'll just go straight into the little zipper pocket, which is literally one thing. The only thing I keep in the zipper pocket is my medication, my daily medications, which is a multivitamin, a low-dose aspirin, because I have had PE blood clot before, and I am prone to blood clots. So yeah, the low-dose aspirin and multivitamin, of course, and I have a tendency to be low iron, anemic, so the multivitamin helps with that. And then the little orange pills are my anxiety medication because I have very severe anxiety. So anyway, these are what I need on the day-to-day, and I just keep them in the zipper pouch, just so I know exactly where they are and keep them safe. And then a mask, of course, because COVID is very real. It is still around. If I'm going into a small place, I have to confess, like, I live in a very small place. If I'm just running a small place and there's like one person in there, like the cashier or something, I don't bother with the mask because you can keep your space, But if I'm going into a major place where it's going to be more difficult to keep your space, then I definitely mask up, because, you know, if you can't keep your space, that just increases your odds of being sick. And I've already been there and done that. That's part of my update story too. So a mask in any case. I think we all know what they're for by now. And the last thing in the whole bag is this little pouch. So that is the whole purse. You got the front compartment with the slip. You've got the big middle. You have the back, which has the zippered pocket on the back. And yeah, so this is an amazing purse, and I love the way it's set up, and you can see like how much you can really open it up and all of that. And then just as simply as a very smooth zipper, bam, all of that is completely zipped and closed and shut, and brings the whole bag back together again, teeny tiny, and like nothing ever happened. So I'm obsessed with this purse right now. I do that a lot, but I gotta tell you, this one is definitely doing it for me. I love that it's black, but that it still has the pops of color. And I like the charm, even though it can be a little noisy. And I love that I get all this organized space, but still just zip shut for me and stays secure and closed. So we'll put the bag itself over there. And then the last thing was this little clear zipper pouch that I found at the grocery one day. And if you can see on the plastic itself, there's just like soda cups and hot dogs and hamburgers and watermelon. It was like during like July, and basically little picnic stuff. It's got like little picnic food all over it. But I love that it was small, and I love that it was clear so you could see through it. So you can pretty much see like what's in the pouch, but I'll break it out here for you real quick. So right on top, I've got this small container that is a little toothpick container, and there's 2 little toothpick flossers in there. And then these are just Icebreakers wintergreen mints that not only are good for breath, but they do help settle my stomach if I'm feeling kind of nauseous. So there's those. Scooch. Okay, and then we have packs of medication. We have 3 packs of Tylenol and a pack of Advil. Because, you know, pain happens. And then we have some tissue. And whenever this little, I love having just this slim little pack. So whenever I use what's in this slim pack, I'll either just pull more out of another pack that I have, or I'll just grab tissues right out of my tissue box and fold them and put them in here. That way I've got this small package to keep my tissues safe. But, you know, anyway, tissue. I explained too much. Okay, so tissue, a pad. I think every gal who is in a menstruating age should always have pad, tampon, whatever is your thing with you. Even if you're not on your cycle, always have at least one, because you never know if somebody else might need one, or you never know if she's just going to decide to start on you, because, you know, stress and everything else has been known to upset cycles. A feminine wipe. So a feminine potty bathroom wipe. A Neutrogena makeup remover in case you need to clean your face. A little pack of Tums, because once again, upset stomach. If you have anxiety, then you know a whole lot of anxiety is a whole lot of upset stomach too. It's kind of like they go together. So you will have upset stomach and anxiety. And from time to time, I do get sugar drops. My sugar drops, especially like if I haven't ate. So I keep a couple of these Werther's caramel in there just in case, like emergency sugar, like if I don't have candy in my purse, which is rare, but just in case I don't have candy already in my purse, in my little emergency pouch, I do have a couple caramels, just so if I need sugar, I've got something. A Wet Ones bacteria wipe. And the last thing in this cool little clear pouch, so you can see it, is so cool. Just got like popsicles and little summertime stuff on it, and I love that you can see what's in it. It's just bandages. I've got just a couple like regular size band-aids. I think these have little bugs on them. They're green with like ladybugs and stuff on them. And then I got a couple of these really good big bandages that are like waterproof. Yeah, waterproof bandages. So a couple just standard little like kid band-aids, and then some good waterproof bandages, because you never know. Like, you could randomly cut your finger on something, or you don't know when you're out. You know, you catch your hand and like rip a nail even, and you want to wrap it so it don't hurt so damn bad. But if you was here for the what's in the purse, then there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all the stuff that came out of the purse that I will now have to repack in there, which is fine. So if you watched the what's in the purse video, and yeah, let's see. Alright, so if you like the what's in the purse, thanks for watching, and I appreciate it. And it was a super long video, and you might have fast forwarded through parts, but that's cool. So bye to all the purse people. And if you want to stay for the few extra minutes, because I'm going to try to run through it as quick as I can. A lot happened, but okay, so I think where I left off was my husband and his medical stuff. Okay, so he had a mass and part of his small intestine removed in surgery. The surgery itself went good. There weren't like complications, like, you know, and his healing went well. He healed up really quickly. Within 6 weeks, he was healed up and back to work, which is shocking because they literally split his abdomen from like the rib cage down. So it was kind of shocking actually how fast he healed from such a large incision. But so the surgery itself went okay. He got through it, and he's healed up and he's back to work. But on that same story, they had went and did a scan afterwards. Well, of course, they tested the stuff that they took out of him, and it was cancerous. So they did a PET scan. If you've heard of it, you have. If you ain't, you ain't. Look it up. I don't know. But it's like a really in-depth, like looking at every little piece inside of your body kind of scan, like a super MRI or something. I don't know how to explain it, but a PET scan to look inside and make sure that, you know, they'd got it all and how it looked in there or whatever, you know, like there wasn't any intestine blockage or nothing else like that. Not that he'd been having problems, but they just really wanted to get that scan and look inside and see how that went. And unfortunately, I mean, there wasn't any intestine blockage or anything like that, and he had healed from the surgery really well. So, but unfortunately, there is still cancerous material. I don't know what else to call it. Tumors, pieces. So they did the surgery. They took a bunch of stuff out. It came back from the lab as cancerous. cancer, and they did the scan to check on his healing and to see if they got it all, and they did not. So he still has cancer, and at this moment we're kind of just in a limbo. Like, they're not really deciding what to do at the moment. They kind of just want to keep doing routine scans to keep an eye on the cancer and its growth, to see how fast it's growing or how aggressive it is, and if you know, I'm sure everybody on the freaking planet knows somebody who has cancer. It's like it's just this endless shit that never goes away. So I'm sure you know at least that much. So they want to do scans to keep eye on how aggressive the growth is. But yes, unfortunately, even after his surgery, he does still have cancer. So there's that. And then, just in case that wasn't enough to keep me on the ends of my fingers and toes, my dad, who means everything to me, he raised me and my two brothers as a single parent, and he is literally my whole world and universe. My dad had a horrible accident and unfortunately hit his head on a rock very severely, and he was in a coma. He was in a coma for like 6 weeks, and we, honest to God, didn't know if he was going to live. Initially, when the accident happened, everything was very touch and go, and for weeks we honestly didn't know if he was even going to live through it, because there was bleeding on the brain. That, of course, my dad is older, and he on aspirin, which thins the blood, and so he had bleeding on the brain, and then they had to give him stuff to counteract the thinning of the blood, so that it could start to it could stop the bleeding in the brain. But then there was the risk of it causing blood clots in the brain, and yeah, like, it's mind fucking me to think about it. But for weeks, we didn't even know if he was going to stay alive or not. And then once the fear of death was calmed, he was just laying in the hospital for like another month in a coma that we did not know if he was going to come out of, if he was ever going to wake up. So it seems after about 6-7 weeks, he finally started coming to. Like, small things at first. And we were like, oh my God, okay, so he's alive. He's waking. He had no movement on the left side of his body at first. And that's the side he hit. He hit the left side of his head. So on the left side of his body, he couldn't move his arm or leg or whatever. He didn't have any movement on that side. So speed fast through all of that. As of today's date, and he had a ventilator forever. He couldn't breathe on his own for the longest time. So that's an important part, because even when he came to and stuff, he couldn't really communicate because he had the throat, the ventilator thing, and because he couldn't breathe by himself. So as of to date, I just went and seen him over the weekend, and he has motion of his body, and they get him up and walk a little bit, not too much. The ventilator has been removed, and he can speak. So physically, he's coming back so much better. Like, all the bruising and swelling and everything is gone, and he's got movement of his left side again, so he can move all of his functions, and they've removed the ventilator, so he is breathing by himself. But the extent of the brain damage is severe. I'm sorry. Like, he's here, but he's not. Like, I am so grateful to God, don't get me wrong, that he's alive and he's here and he's, mobile. Like, he's so mobile, like they had to restrain him to the bed because he kept trying to get out, which is so him, to try to be escaping. And he can speak, so I can hear his voice. I can hear his voice for the first time in like 2 months of not hearing him. So I'm so grateful he's alive, and I'm so grateful he's here. And I was so grateful to hear his voice. But his mentality, the damage to his brain is still very extensive. Like, 1 second you can see and he recognizes you and knows who you are, but then just even a moment later, like, he's gone and like he doesn't know what's going on. Like, there are way more moments that are just random nonsense than moments of clarity. Like, I went and seen him for about an hour and a half, until they come to take him for a test. And there might have been like 4 moments of clarity. Like 4 moments that he knew what he was talking about. And then the rest of it was just random nonsense. And I would just have to go along with it because I didn't want to upset him, because I literally, in my 43 years of life, have made me see my dad cry like twice. Ever. And not like that hard, ugly cry, but, just like watered up kind of cry. But now I don't know if it's because of the damage or if he's just so upset because he's so confused. But he cries so much, and it's like that hard, squished face, ugly cry, And it just wrenches me inside out. And it's so hard to see him that way. It just kills me. Like, when I first got there and came into the room, like, his face lit up, and he was like, "Hey, you came to see me." And he started to cry, and I'm like, "Yeah, of course," And then it wasn't moments later we were talking or trying to talk, have conversation. I just wanted to hear him speaking. I didn't care what you were saying. And, of course, it's in a hospital mask or whatever, but when I got to his room, I put my mask down because I wanted him to see my face, to know I was there, who I was. So once I sat in the chair next to his bed, I put my mask down. And I wanted him, like, I wasn't up in his face, but, I was sitting there next to him, and I put my mask down so he could see my face. And he looked me right in my face. And he said, "I really need to go see Amy before she goes off to training." Y'all, that was 1997.
So there was two parts of that just devastated me. One, he was referring to something that happened in 1997. And two, he was looking me right in my face and referring to me. He was looking right at me and he said, I need to go see Amy before she goes to training. And of course, in there with him, I'm not like this. I'm keeping it together and calm and like cool because he's already upset and I didn't want to upset him further. So as hard as I was choking inside, I kept it together and I was just like, I just said, okay, Daddy, that's fine. We can totally go see Amy before she goes to training, okay? And he was just like, yeah, okay, I really need to do that. And it's just really heartbreaking. Like, I just hope he comes back out of it. Like, I hope there's still more healing. And that he's not just stuck in this perpetual circle of 20 years today, 10 years, 20 years back. I know what's happening right now on TV, but then I'm going back 20 years, 25 years. I mean, obviously my grandparents have been passed for quite some time. And there was moments that he referred to them. And I, like, as if they were there, like, in the world. And I'm just like, wow, okay, well, that's like 40, 50 years. Okay. So, yeah. So there's that. So there's my husband and his health issues. And we still have to face more of that. Because we don't know what they're going to do. Sorry, let me get it together here. Okay, so there's my husband and his health issues, and we're still handling that because they didn't get it all. Ouch. So, he still has cancer. And then my dad had this horrible accident. And, at first I didn't know if he was going to live. And then I didn't know if he was ever going to wake up out of his coma. And now I don't know if I'm ever going to get my daddy back. Like my daddy, the daddy that I know and remember. My daddy that I can remember having a phone conversation with just the day before it happened. My rock, my world, my daddy. Like, I don't know if I'm going to get my daddy back. Or if I'm going to have to learn to accept that this is my daddy now. And that's just how it's going to be. And if so, I'm still so on board and I love him. And obviously, you know, whatever and whatever's going on. And anybody out there who has to deal with anyone with dementia, Alzheimer's, you know, brain damage, you know, whatever the case may be or happened, and you have your person, but they're not the same. It's very heart-wrenching. But you still are just glad to have them, whoever they are. So I'm on that level right now. Like, I just don't know if he's going to come back or not. Like, mentally, like, I don't know if he's still going to heal and he's going to get more back, or at least more than he is now, or if this is just who he is now. But I'm really glad he's here. So that happened. Anyway. So, the husband stuff, and then my dad, and then, so So there's been all of that. And then, of course, with all of that, it has been a lot of myself. Like, I've not been myself. I've not been okay. Like, when people are like, how are you doing? You okay? You know, and you're always telling them, yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing fine. I'm okay. Flat out lie. I have not been okay. I've been a freaking train wreck. So I've just not been okay. There's just too much going on, too much on my plate, and I've just not been okay. So there was no way that I could even try to pretend to make a video about anything, because I have not been on this earth mentally for quite some time. There's just too much. There's just too much to absorb, too much washing over me. I have not been capable of giving a shit. And then about 3 weeks ago now, I guess, me and everyone else in my home dealt with COVID. I don't even know if I could say that word. The sickness, the big sickness. I hope they don't cut my video because I said that one word one time. I don't know how that crap works. They try to get people not to talk about it, but then they want people to know about it. I don't know. It's fucking inside out. Excuse me. But the big sickness. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, me and everyone in my household all had the sickness all at once too. Like, it was like flies. Like, everybody just like got sick like all at one time. So yeah, like 2-3 years, whatever this shit's been going on now, we never got it once. And then of course, because why not, it's been the summer of awesomeness. You know, it's been an endless summer of hell. I'm sure you caught that sarcasm, but yeah, why not? Let's just take all this garbage that I've been shoving down your throat all summer long, and then let's just icing and end the summer with everyone in your household getting the sickness all at one time. Yeah. So it is only that I come today to do a what's in my purse, and I hope that part was fun, and then just completely unload on you guys. And of course, as anyone knows in life, those are like my main caps of like the main events. But then there's just the everyday life that you try to work through, you know. So with the husband, and then with my dad, and then with everyone getting sick all at the same time, and having to do quarantines and all of that, and deal with being ill in between all of that, and during all of that simultaneously was just your everyday life. Like, people still needed laundry, the kitchen still needed clean, like life still needed to go on and be lived. And it's just been a shit ass summer. But it's September now, so I'm really super hoping that things just start leveling off and working their way through so I can catch my breath. Or I don't know what the hell is going to happen. So anyways, I've done hit a good hour on this video, and that is so not like me. And if nobody is even watching still right now, I totally get it, because I usually shy away from the big ass long videos too. Honestly. But because I'll look at the time and I'm like, girl, I ain't got an hour. You know. But if so happen there is even just one individual who is still hearing this, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a friend, you know, Golden Girl style. Thank you for being a friend. up and down the road and back again. I don't know if those are the words, but that's kind of what I remember. So thank you so much if you're still here, and I so much appreciate just having friends. And if nobody's listening at all, then I get it. That's cool too. All right, well, I'll see you guys next time when I can find a time. I think I'm gonna do a purse collection because I have a whole new collection. I've filtered through my bags hard because I do that when I'm stressed, and it's been very stressful. So I've been going through bags like a bandit, like selling off the old, buying all new. So I pretty much have a brand new collection. So I have a video on here somewhere that's my purse collection video. I don't even think I have any of the bags that are in that video anymore. Like I've done like purged all those and replenished a whole new batch. So I think my next one, once I get the guts to like get them all out and unstuff them and everything, because I keep them packed away so they stay good. When I get the energy, I'll probably do a purse collection. But until then, thanks for listening if you are, and I'll see you next time.